Welcome, friends. Today we are going to talk about the concept of economic growth and economic development. You might be worried that why we are talking about economic growth and economic development right now rather than discussing about this in the earlier stages. You know, we had discussed national income, and yesterday I had given you a task of doing some reading. And dear students, always keep in mind whatever task is being given to you is for making your understanding better about Indian economy per se. Now, whenever certain readings are given, readings are given with the aim that you develop a mindset, you develop a framework of understanding further concepts which we might be studying in the later stages. If you read and then try to understand the understanding of the concept, theories, or the subject matter for that sake, it becomes easier. And I hope and believe that you might have done that. You know, the two papers were with respect to the history of Indian economy, how Indian economy has moved from point A to point B, that is till now, till 2020. And if you see that, if you very observe very closely, these two words that we are discussing today, these two words that we are discussing, that is economic growth and economic development. These two words we quite frequently come across, even in newspapers also, we frequently come across these two words, economic growth and economic development. And more importantly, in the initial phases of Indian economy, our economy was predominantly concerned with development. You know, we talked about, if you see the initial phases of Indian economy, it generally talks about economic development. Economic growth per se, we have been talking after 1991, that is after liberalization, that is after globalization, right? That is what we have this understanding. And we have been talking about that after 1991. Now, when we keep on talking about sometimes economic development and sometimes economic growth, we need to understand what exactly is the difference between the two. And that is the reason why, to develop a background of economic growth and economic development, I gave you the task of reading those two articles that I have WhatsApped you. Now, coming to the understanding of economic growth and economic development, or we'll be talking in terms of, say, for example, we'll be using very brief terminology for EG for economic growth and ED for economic development to make it easier, to make it simpler. So, what's EG? EG is the positive change in the indicators of economy, right? It's a positive change in the indicators of economy. Now, what do you mean by indicators of economy? That again, we'll try to understand in certain sense. Indicators, if you see, like, to give you a brief example that will go in depth in the next lecture probably, to give you a brief understanding about what exactly we mean by indicators of Indian economy. How is Indian economy? Just to give you a simple example, Indian economy predominantly is what? Predominantly it's agro-based, right? Indian economy, to talk about, that is, agriculture is the backbone of Indian economy. Agriculture. So how is Indian economy? We can say it mostly is agro-based. So what is this? This is what we call it as an indicator of economy. Now, after 1991, to be precise, after 1991, how has been this thing, the economy? Since 1991, economy has opened up. Now, how's our economy mostly? It's a services oriented economy. So, what are these? Like, for example, agriculture here services. What are these? These are what we call it as indicators of Indian economy. We'll study in detail in the next lecture. For the time being, to understand what is indicator, that I gave you two examples. So anything that is showing positive change, here is positive change, right? Positive change. That means, to put it simply, or to put it in very simple terms, economic development on a graph, it is following mostly the x-axis. If you see, if you want to plot it here, economic development, it will be going like this. Whereas if you see economic growth, for that matter, economic growth, or if you want to plot it on a different scale, the economic growth. If you want to plot economic growth will be definitely will be going like this. Steep curves you will be seeing. Say for example, this is agriculture, right? And this over here, if you are plotting years, that is years. And here, if you are plotting on this, you're talking about growth, right? So this will be definitely reflected in the positive change, positive change that you see on the indicators of Indian economy. So whenever things are going up always, that indicates you have a positive change, economy is showing a positive change in the indicators of economy. And what is development? It's the quantitative as well as a qualitative change. So what if the agriculture has improved, right? By how much the output of agriculture has improved? And to what extent it has affected the people's lives who are doing agriculture. That is studied where? That is studied in economic development, right? So that is what we mean to say by the quantitative as well as qualitative change. So when these two facets of any given measurement are concerned, then we say that we have economic development. Now, what else also economic growth refers to? It refers to the increment in the amount of goods and services being produced in an economy. That means all the sectors, all the areas of economy are showing growth. They are growing. If you want to give you a classic example, a child from the age 5 to, say for example, 12 years, they grow. Later on, they develop. That is the difference between what is growth and what is development. So, percentage changes in all the sectors, across all the sectors, right? That is what we mean to say by economic growth. Say, for example, India is manufacturing passenger cars. So across all the segments of passenger cars that are associated with making of passenger cars, they are showing incremental change, which means steel might be showing incremental change, rubber might be showing incremental incremental growth, or for that matter, electrical products that are associated with making a car that might show a positive growth. That's what we mean to say by increment in amount of goods being produced by an economy. Now, what does economic development show, or what are the indications of Indian economy? Not indicators, but indications of Indian economy, economic development. To put it simply, it refers to what? It refers to improvement. It refers to reduction, elimination of poverty, unemployment, and inequality with the context of growing economy. Say, for example, an economy is growing. Now the phase which the country is in right now, India is in right now. Now, if you say everything is growing, means what? If there is employment is increasing. Okay, so what should happen in that case? It should reflect the other change that can be seen should be in the elimination of poverty. If people are employed, if you're saying there is high employment, why there is high employment? Because there is industrialization. Why there is industrialization? Because there is easy availability of capital and conducive environment for doing business. There is demand, there is supply. The per capita income is growing, the national income is growing, the GDP is growing, right? Or the disposable income is growing. And that is the reason why I shared the insights on national income earlier. Without understanding those terminologies, if you try to understand what is economic growth and what is economic development, it would have not made sense. So that was the only reason why we talked about national income first, though it appears later in your syllabus. Now, the point to be made is, if you are saying that certain sector of an economy, say for example, if the automobile industry is increasing or the passenger car sales are increasing, it means people are getting employment in the automobile sector. And people are getting employment in the automobile sector, that means definitely there has to be a reflective change in poverty elimination. Unemployment should not be there. Inequality, it should not be there. It should be reduced. That is the reflective change. Now, what else EG means? EG means increase in real national income. Now, here we are talking about real national income. Real national income means value of the goods that are being manufactured or the sales of the goods and services that are being manufactured or but being produced in a country. The exact value, right? The real value of goods and services that are being produced in a country. National output. If you talk about national output, how much quantity of, say, certain goods or certain services are being produced in a country in any year. That is what we call it as economic growth. Subsequently, what is economic development? Like we have been discussing, it should reflect. It's a reflection of. It's a reflection of what is that? Quality of life and living standards. For example, if the living standard is improving, means there should be a corresponding change in literacy levels. People should get more educated. So if they have disposable income at their disposal, it should reflect in standard of living, improved standard of living, which corresponds with increase in life expectancy. Right? Nowadays, people, if you see, they are going to the private hospitals first for better treatment because there is improvement in per capita income. And that is what we call it as, this is what we mean to say in economics, the ripple effect. If you say this much people are being educated because of economic growth and economic development, that If higher increased literacy means what? There will be a corresponding change in increasing number of educational institutions that are offering education. That is what we call it as development. What else? This point, I think we have discussed quite strongly. What do you mean by that? Again, here also different facets, different facets of economic development are being discussed. Now, here, to put it simply, if you see here, this is what it focuses on production of goods and services. And what is this? It focuses on distribution of resources, equal distribution, which means, say for example, iron ore, right? If iron ore is concentrated in only few hands, what will happen? Development is not going to happen. And if iron ore or the mines that are there, if it falls in the purview of public sector enterprise, definitely more people will be employed because employment generation might be the sole objective of any government. So in that case, here it talks about production of goods and services. Here in economic development, we talk about distribution of resources, right? Here we are talking about gradual increase in one of the components of GDP, right? What was the component here? Component here is production of either goods or services. Consumption in economic growth focuses on consumption. Government spending, investment or net exports. Now, there's a correlation between all these things. If you say that, why are people manufacturing? People are manufacturing because people are consuming. Now, why are people consuming? Because their incomes have gone up. Now, why is income gone up? Because there is development, overall development in the country. So, everything is correlated. Now, what is development? If government has surplus, right? If it does not have fiscal deficit for that matter, or if it is having fiscal surplus, what will the government do? The government generally will try to spend money on creating jobs, creating infrastructure, promoting industries, right? Giving subsidies, right? Extending interest-free loans. What are these? This is being made for people to spend, right? This is made simply for the simple reason that people consume, right? People consume. So, if people consume, that means they are having money at their disposal. So, every sector will show an uptick, or every sector of the economy will show a growth. Now, what is economic development? Now, because of you are having surplus money at your disposal, what should happen? That should reflect a change in human capital indexes and decrease in inequality. If you say economy is developing means what, or the country is developing means what, there should be reduced poverty, quality of life should be better. For example, how would the quality of life be better? If there is better infrastructure. Now, what do you mean by better infrastructure? The roads should be better, the drinking water supply should be better, the air we breathe should be better, traffic management should be better. Now, when is this going to be better? When the economy is in the development mode, right? Because of economic growth. Now, why there is development? There is development because of economic growth, right? Now, why do we need economic growth? So that there is development. So everything is interconnected. It is also concerned with how people are affected, right? Because of certain changes in the sectors of economy. Now, EG is a single dimensional in nature. Single dimensional means what? It is saying that the economy should be going like this only. It should be always positive, one dimensional. Economic development is multidimensional in nature. Focuses on what? In both income and improvement of living standards of the people. What else is the difference between economic growth? EG is the precursor and prerequisite for economic development. Without economic growth, there will not be economic development. It's a subset of economic development, part and parcel of economic development. Economic development comes after economic growth, like I told you. It's a positive impact of economic growth. Economic growth means if the growth is showing an upward movement, it's moving on the positive side, definitely it will be followed by economic development. Indicators of economic growth, like we had discussed, gross domestic product and gross national income. Here indicators, human development index, human poverty index, gender development index, balance of trade, physical quality of life, PQLI, all these things, they are indicators. Economic growth is for short term, economic development is for long term, right? Put it simply, if you want to say that, if you see, there were 5-year plans. 5-year plans were always talking about what is to be achieved within a time frame, which might be short term, right? Which might be short term. Here we are talking development over a certain period, say 3 decades. Decades means 30 years or 5 decades, right? So this is a slow process, whereas this is inorganic process and fast process. Development is organic. Again, this is the point that we have discussed. Here it is quantitative, here it is quantitative as well as qualitative. It refers to increase in production, it refers to increase in productivity. Total number of goods, how many are being produced? Say you're talking about numbers, right? How it is produced, it is talked about productivity, right? It's a measure of development, it is the end of development. It's a narrow concept, it's a broad concept, concerned with economic output, it's concerned with changes, structural changes. Now, because of this thing, how it is going to impact people's life, that is what is studied. It's not concerned with happiness, it's concerned with happiness of public life. If you're talking about economic growth, if you take care of poverty, right, then it's a classic case of capitalism, consumerism, that is what we call. If who are consuming, who are willing to pay. Now there might be people who are not willing to pay, but that is not taken into consideration while we are studying the aspects of economic growth. Here in economic development, we are always talking about inclusiveness, right? Economic growth is exclusive. That is, it does not take into consideration certain factors. Economic development is inclusive in nature. It takes into its purview all the factors. That is, people's lives should increase, should be better, education should be free, certain aspects should be given back to the society. So it's all about that. Now, economic growth is more relevant metric for increasing progress of developed countries. If you want to measure the progress of developing countries, how they're faring in world economy, economic growth is the best indicator. That is why we keep on talking in terms of economic growth numbers. Like for example, how much, at what rate the Indian economy is growing. If you're saying that, if you look at the world scenario, India is having the best value for economic growth or best percentages of economic growth, and that is the reason why the whole world is looking at India with great hope, that since this is the only country that is showing a 7 to 8% growth rate, right? So definitely people would like to come and invest over here. Now if more and more people are coming and trying to invest in India, that means you are going to have cheaper source of capital at your disposal, which can be put back again into manufacturing of certain goods and services. And for that matter also, India is having a large population, which is a consuming population in the age group of, say, 18 to 35, right? That is the age when people consume a lot. So that is the reason why we are seeing at one point of time in the Indian economy we were seeing double digit growth, that is 10% growth we were seeing. Of course, now right now because of pandemic and all, the growth rate had definitely come down, but it is also the highest in the world economic order, one of the highest, fastest growing economic. Now, it is concerned with it's a physical concept, it's an abstract concept, right? We can, it's really, this we can say that economic growth is an objective concept, right? And this is a subjective concept. So, what do you mean by that? Economic growth is talking in terms of numbers or percentage changes in GDP, GNP, GNI, all these things. But here, we are talking about a certain section of people who are being affected, right? So, if you say that if you say that there's an economic growth in construction sector. Now, because there is growth in construction sector, there will be a huge employment in construction sector, and because of that, people's quality of life should improve. So, here this is quantitative, there that is quantitative as well as qualitative. And this is what we mean to say by economic growth and economic development. And if you don't understand what is included in economic growth, like we had come across many times in this discussion that we need to have a prior knowledge about gross national income and gross domestic product, and that is the reason why I discussed what is economic growth first and what is national income concepts, so that our understanding is better. That's all for now. Thank you.